Hi guys, in this section we will draw a use case diagram to establish the interaction between a student, course and instructor. Why I am doing this is because in this particular UML course we have discussed a lot about student, course and instructor. So just to simplify it and make sure that you understand the concept what we have learned in the previous section of the use case diagram, I will be building a use case from the scratch, and by that you will be able to relate and draw the use case diagram for your particular case, whatever it is. Okay, so I have just opened the visual paradigm modeler. Depending upon which kind of tools you are using, just open it. For me, I am just opening a use case diagram, a blank use case diagram we will open. I just choose that, and after that I just need to click on the OK button. Now once I do that, I will be in a position where I will be able to draw the use case. Now for our case, we had the student, instructor and the course. Now if you just need to think that how you will be designing your particular system, you first need to think what are the steps that is involved, and based on those steps you can start drawing your use case diagram. And if I have to tell you a step by step process that how you will be designing a use case diagram, remember the use cases are described in details using ordinary writing skills. There is really no standard for the format of use case details, although there are many techniques out there. There is no doubt that you will learn and adopt your own techniques for effectively recording the details of your use case. However, I will illustrate this to show you in the simplest form how you can think. So, generally, when you will start, the first thing you will think, who are the actors in my system? You will identify the subsystems. You will also identify what are the use cases that is required, and then you will also identify the relationship between them. And this is how you start your design of the use case. In our case, I will first take all the actors who is existing. So the first actor in our system is student. So I'm just writing that as a student. Then the next actor is definitely the instructor. This is a simplified form. Maybe we will extend after some time if it is required, but for time being, start with this. Okay, then draw instructor. So I have just dragged the actor. So whatever tools you are using, drag that. There will be actors in the use case section. Okay, so now there are two actors, one is student, the other one is instructor. Now I want to design a system which will be having a lot of use cases. Now what is that system? The system is course management. So course management. Okay, now course management can have many use cases depending upon what you really want to build. So I'm just making this little big so that we can uh, put many use cases depending upon our requirement. Now you start thinking the first thing what a student do if you are handling a course management system. The student will use a course enrollment. You agree on that? So just write enroll in course is one use case. Now we can break this to many levels, but for time being and for our understanding purpose, let us concentrate and understand how we are building the relationship. And the other thing, another use case can be the student is dropping out of the course. Okay, drop course. Now this is within the course management system that is happening, and that's why the use cases are coming inside this system. There can be subsystem depending upon the situation, but for the course management, how the student is doing an enrollment and how the student can drop is what I have depicted still now. Now let us pull few more things for the instructor. For the instructor, what can be the point which we can build for the use case? The instructor is teaching the course, so we can write teach course. Again, the instructor is also grading the student, so I can also tell, okay, let the instructor grade the student. So grade student. So I have written the 4 use case in this particular case for the course management system. Now the student has an association with enroll. So what he will do? He will do an association. Next, just let me drag it properly, and I don't need to write anything inside that. The next one, association, is again this actor has an association with drop course. Agree? The instructor has an association with teach course. The instructor do have another association with grading the student. Agree? So this is how you start building the use case, and the use case diagram consists of the use case, the system, the actors, the associations. Okay, just to reiterate what we have learned in the previous section. Okay, next is, if I have to go and draw some more. Okay, let me first explain the type and what these actors will actually represent. Okay, so in general, the student is an individual who enrolled into the education institution. So if you consider this as a broader system, which is an university where the education institution is there, inside which the student, instructor and course management is lying, then you know that student is just an individual who is enrolling to the education institution, interacting with the course management system to enroll and drop the courses. That is what this is depicting. What is the instructor depicting then? It represents a faculty member or a teacher who is responsible for teaching the course and grading the student. Now within the course management system, what is there? We have 4 use case representing different functionalities. These are functionalities of the system. When you're designing a system, there will be different kind of functionalities. So we have 4 functionalities. One is this. In this particular case, it represents the action where a student enrolls in a course. The student actor interacts with this use case to add course to their schedule. What is the drop course doing then? This use case represents the action where a student drops a course they use previously enrolled in. After enrolling only they can drop, right? So that is what you are representing by this. The student actor interacts with the use case to remove a course from their schedule. Okay, teach course, this use case represents the action where the instructor teaches a course. The instructor actor interacts with the use case, indicating that their responsibility for delivering the course content. Okay, and grade student, what it is doing? This use case represents the action where the instructor assigns grades to the student for their performance in the course. The instructor actor interacts with this use case to evaluate and grade the student. And the association I have already said, but again, just to make sure you understand properly, the student actor is associated with the enrolled in course and drop course use case, indicating the student can perform these particular actions. These are the actions. They can perform these actions. That is what you need to remember. The instructor, on the other hand, as an actor is associated to teach the course, and that is again an action for that instructor. And grade student, what is that doing? The grade student use case indicating that instructor have the responsibility to teach the course and grade the students, isn't it? Teach the course and grade the student. And that is what the function is. And why is this required? This is the boundary. Remember, when I am drawing a system, I am saying this is the boundary. The rectangle labeled as course management represents the system boundary, encapsulating the use case within the system. What is it that signifies? It signifies the scope of the system being modeled. Okay, so this is more of a high level view of the functionality available in the course management system and how the student and the instructor actor interact with those functionalities what we have drawn still now, right? Now let's think a little further from here. Now say for example I am drawing another use case just to represent. In this particular case we will again take say student, and i will also I will also take the instructor. Okay, I have taken now student and instructor as two entities. Okay, let me just delete both the things. What I will do, no, why we have the student, we have the instructor already in place. So what I will do is in the course management system I will just change this for a different use case now. Okay, it's better to do that way so that we are not doing anything. Okay, now say for example you need to do an interaction or an use case diagram for interaction between the student and the instructor within the course management system. So the last one we have drawn the interaction between course management student and instructor. In this particular case we will try to see what is that happening between student and the instructor with the course management and how the course management is managing that within the course management system. So I'm just making this big. Maybe we will require a little more space than what we required for the last one, and this will clarify everything you need to know for the use case diagram, right? So let me draw some use cases. The first one can be complete homework. First draw this and then I will explain everything of this. Okay, so it will be a hands-on thing for you and it will be easier for you to understand. Okay, so I am just making this big and I will tell view announcements. Okay, again I will draw one more use case and here I will tell access study materials. Okay, now for the instructor I have to think something, right? So what can the instructor do? Let me think. Okay, we'll draw an use case by saying that assign homework. Okay, then we can also say upload study material. I'm just relating with the above one. Okay, so it will be easier for us. And the last one I can keep is say post announcement. Okay, so this is what just now I have built and I hope you guys have also drawn this, right? Now remember this is between student and instructor within the course management system, and what the student represents a learner or participant in the education system. The student interacts with the system to complete homework, to view the announcement and access the study material. So obviously we have to do the association as we have done last time. The similar way you can do direct association and again I have to do another association. So these are the three things which we have done now. Now, within the course management system, there are 6 use cases representing different functionalities. Okay, before I say that, I need to tell you the association between instructor and assign homework. What the instructor is doing, he's teaching, and he as an educator is responsible for assigning homework. So just do the association with the assign homework. Then what is the next one? Is he's posting the announcement, then only they are able to view the announcement, isn't it? So that is what you need to do now. Just do an association over there. And the last association is, sorry, I have not explained the study material. So once he uploads the study material, then only it will be able to access the study material, isn't it? So that is what it has done. And the last association is, what is happening? Wait. I think the relationship. Wait. Done. So now the association is completed. So within the course management system, there are now 6 use cases representing different functionalities again, right? Last time we have talked about this functionality, the same thing. Assign homework. Can you see assign homework? Now assign homework, who is the actor? The actor is the instructor. What is the description you can think about this? If you have to tell or if you have to write it in your high level design, you can say the instructor assign homework to the students. This could involve specifying the task, due date, or any additional requirement or resources that is required. In the second case, complete homework by the student. Who is the actor? The student is the actor again. Now what is the student doing? The student complete the assigned homework and submit it through the system. They may need to upload files, enter text, or perform other action depending on the nature of homework, right? Then there is a post announcement which the instructor is doing. Then only the view announcement will come. So let us see what post announcement is doing. The post announcement actor is instructor. The description, if you have to give for the instructor, is the instructor posts the announcement to communicate important information, updates, or instruction to the students is provided through this, isn't it? Announcement are visible to all the student that is enrolled in the course here. In this case, unless the post announcement happens, the view announcement will not have anything, isn't it? So the next you need to remember, for the view announcement, the again actor is different. Here the actor is student, here the actor is instructor. Depending upon this actor post, this actor will be able to view. Okay, now student view the announcement posted by the instructor only. This allows them to stay informed about the course related information and updates. Same happens for the update study material, where the instructor is again the actor. He is uploading the study material, and student as an actor is able to access the study material, right? So, and all this relationship for the use cases are already done through the association what I have shown. And you again, for your information, this is the system boundary, and I'm making sure the course management system represent the system boundary encapsulating the use case within the system. So all these use cases are within the system. What it signifies? It signifies the scope of the system being modeled and differentiate between the internal functionality of the system, and if there is any other external subsystem or any other subsystem with which it is interacting, it knows, no, this is my boundary. If I am going out of this boundary, I have to do some API. I have to write some program to talk to the other systems, right? So that is how the use case diagrams comes into picture, and this is what you need to remember. And I think we are very good with this for the use case diagram. Let's move to the next section. Okay.